Yes, letter writing.
Letter writing we have done. We have story writing, I said.
Our teacher started story writing.
Story writing. I brought your papers. You also brought your papers. Oh.
Question papers.
Answer?
I have got question and answer.
Answer भी चाहिए मुझे ना क्वेश्चन देख के क्या करोगी है ओके ये करके विल कंप्लीट आनंद ना आनंद and Akash.
They are for very beauty, right?
Yes, you can then take a look at the periodic question paper.
Of your school,
Yes.
do they give question papers?
Yes.
Most of the schools nowadays they have started writing on board. No,
In your school also.
question paper. So you also bring your paper, no? We can discuss. Choose the correct. So how close is your school?
I got highest in ninth. Or at
highest in?
ninth.
Oh, really? English also?
English only.
Very good. So, Akash, tell me how close is your this paper with art paper?
102 questions of 6 marks for like not
It will be
exactly.
different. It will be different.
Yes.
Lekin it will be different.
But it was pretty much similar, like 75% similar.
Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. There are dash books on the table. You can pick any up. So this is what? Model, na?
Yeah.
Much more.
I got 23.5 out of 25.
Oh, very good. Choose the correct option to complete. Choose the correct option to now. I'll tell Anand to complete this. And Akash will tell whether he's right or wrong. Can he write with a pencil on this?
Yes, it's my property.
Yeah, it's your property. I can give you a pencil. Okay. Come.
I got everything right. It was not like I made a mistake in anything. It was just that the last 5 mark question, I wrote a bit like little less. So that cost me 2.5.
Even I'll put for question answers.
Sorry, 1.5.
How to frame questions and how much mark is allotted for each section. I mean, when you're writing a long answer, उसमें भी ये होता है content and then grammar, ये सब होता है analysis. So even I'll give you, if you know how much is allotted for the 6 marks question, you will have 6 marks. When you go to grade 10, your last question is of 6 marks. 12 marks the question of that row. 6 plus 6. So if you know how to write the answer, how to frame, and how much will be deducted for grammatical error, and how much you will get for analysis, proper analysis, how much you have to write for the what understanding basis. Understanding basis kya hai? What you understand from the story. So that you have to give instances from the story. So if you know that the difference of marks, the marking scheme, it will be easy for you.
Oh, from this question came in the MCQ form of the road not taken. It is here only. What is the mood of the poet in these lines? Same question.
From city.
Yes.
हो गया?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I think you were right. ये या determinant बोल रहे थे क्या इसको? Oh, you didn't say. You were about to say something. What was it? It's not modal, it's determinant.
I was saying that I did confuse.
May, might, shall, should, these are all modals. Modal is modal auxiliary verb. There are several books on the table, you can pick any one. Is it right?
Right, is a
A few of the students were absent today, huh? These are all determinants, based on determinants. Third, choose the correct option to complete the sentence. Dash child must submit the homework by Monday. Each child, yes, all of them. Each child, few, some, many. No. Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. Is there? Is he right? Next one.
one.
He didn't make any mistake in that essay.
Grammar is pretty easy.
Because you know, that's right. These are all determinants. Determinants, you know, modal auxiliary verb, you know.
Just made like elaborated this question and then response for that comes 1 point.
Two roads diverge to make yellow wood, this one. Why does the speaker feel sorry? Because he will not be able to come back, nah? Because he will not be able to come back again. There were two roads.
And because he was also unable to walk.
Oh, yes, that is what he feels sorry because he is only one traveler. He cannot travel both the roads, so he has to choose one. And he knows eventually that he will not be able to come back and hit the other. Because one road leads to another. What is the mood of the speaker in the given line? Serious sentence. Which literary device is used in two roads diverged in a yellow wood? Two roads diverged, yes, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Two roads. So it is talking about, it's a metaphor for choice, not making choices in life. What have you written? Right? It was right.
I did everything right except for this. It doesn't wrong, but
What can you infer about the speaker's attitude towards making life choices from the poem? What can you infer? So these type of questions will come in your exam. Remember tone, and what is the tone? When you read this, you understand that he is feeling very sorry and he's tensive, he's sorrowful because he cannot take the other road. And maybe at some point, see, the poem is your interpretation. आप अगर इंटरप्रेट करोगे और उसको सही तरीके से from the poem you can justify your stance, you can never belong. एक answer, there is no single answer for any literature. Remember this. But you have to justify. So here he says I'm sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it went in the undergrowth. So he was pensive, he was sad, and also you can say he was confused. Confused भी था ना? वो भी आप लिख सकते हो. जो भी आप मन करे, there is not no single answer for any question. Literature में, ठीक है? So he was confused, unable to choose. This all you can write. Then what can you infer about the speaker's attitude? What was the speaker's attitude here? Unsure, not confident, confused. And then he got hesitate. Yes, very good. Hesitate because every point he was thinking ki, maybe this is better, that is better. So that is better. So कितना marks मिल गया इसमें?
1, 4.
One each. Oh, so that only that much you can write. Hesitant and why? Hesitant and you have to say why because he was unable to choose. Answer the following questions in 30 words. Why was it difficult for Margie to believe that one would write about school?
Because Margie found school really boring.
No. Why was it difficult for Margie to believe that one could write about school? Because he didn't know anything about school. He had never heard
there was nothing to write about.
Nothing to write about school and he never knew. और स्कूल बोल के कुछ है वही उसको पता नहीं था. So why would someone write? What you do?
I just like put the concept of schools in the most blunt way possible. And
But you got marks?
yes,
Of course, you did. Why is it difficult for Margie to believe that one could write about school because school was not so he never heard about school, he never knew. She thought
I don't
never
know
is.
concept.
It is a fiction. It's nothing. There is nothing
It's nothing about
About,
that we could write.
that human about school. I mean, let's say it's human teacher, upbringing. She didn't know.
I also wrote that for her school was just studying about a topic and then writing 3 to 4 tests about
And at home, sitting at home, and on the screen.
it.
Mechanical teacher. ये आप टॉप को मेंशन करना है. ये अगर है तो you every point you have to mention taking example from the story. Then it will be you will get full marks. That's what I said. What I said when you are writing an answer, it should be so clear that even a maths teacher will be able to understand the story. What is the gist of the story? Okay, so it should be so when you are telling the Margie studying and just writing answers and so where he studied, she studied and how she studied with human mechanical. एक time नहीं चलेगा. What will also screen. Why did the child lose interest in the things he had wanted earlier? ये तो we have done. Because he lost his parents were nowhere to be seen. And the things he was panic stricken and the things that he wanted before, those things were also unimportant.
And this is done big enough put in the form of a play. So when I read the script, I saw I had seen 6. So I read that I offer him balloon, he doesn't want it. I make him listen to the music, he doesn't like it.
Whatever he wanted before.
Yes. And then because I didn't know because I hadn't read the chapter. So when I went to the scene before it, in scene 4, I saw that he wanted all those things. So I understood that he was panicked and the only thing he wanted was his mother and father.
Parents. He was lost and kaha lost was the merry-go-round. And he wanted, I want that he said, he looked back and then he saw and then on the way as a nature lover, these points you have to write down. As a nature lover, why he was falling back?
Because he was catching the butterfly.
So everything. ये भी देखना है और वो कौन सा that is a part of nature. And part of materialistic, he wanted the toys, he wanted balloons, he wanted what else he wanted as a material, sweets. ये सब अलग करके you write at home. The natural, the nature things, what? Those things he didn't want. He was just watching and falling back behind. And the things he wanted, he didn't get.
He wanted toys.
Toy shop में sweet meat दुकान में sweet balloons. And he wanted to see the snake, gardens. Yes, sir. Now we will do story writing over here. So I am very happy that the last one that you lost marks. Isaac Asimov presents a futuristic world where human teachers are replaced by machines. That this we all know. COVID में यही हुआ था. But we were there on the screen. We were on the screen, but we were like non-human teachers, na? Not like this.
Because I got PD.
Just the quite opposite. She said that I don't care whether you write 5 pages or 6 pages. If the answer is not to the point and the words are missing, I will.
Yeah, every teacher will say that it's about the quality, not the quantity.
That is opposite.
If you whatever you write, but all the points should be there. आप जितना भी लिखो, no problem, but the point should be. That is what you want to say. Yes. What message is the author trying to convey through Margie's experience with her mechanical teacher? So Margie experience आपको लिखना है, it was boring and she didn't want to, and sometimes it was above her intellectual boundary and mechanical teacher had to come and fix and these things. And what is the difference? Not there again. करना है क्या इसको? Okay. The stranger in the lost child shows great kindness to the child after he gets lost. What does his behavior reveal about the importance of empathy and humanity, especially towards children in distress? Support your answer with the details from the story. So this you can write. कि वो बहुत comfort करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. He wanted to give everything because spending his own money, but still the child was only wanted parents. This you can write on your own. And if you want at any point to give you the points, keywords, I'll give you. Okay. So today we will do what I thought.
One poem or prose.
I'll choose. I'll tell you what we need to do. Today we have to do today. एक तो we do letter writing हो गया. So is it clear? Letter writing. We will do exercises today after completing story writing and story writing है और क्या है? मनीष तुमने बुला दिया मेरे को. बुला दिया मेरे को. क्या बना रही थी? अच्छा ये सही है ना? ये इसको कुछ नहीं करना है ना? हाँ ठीक है. अच्छा. CBSE 9. Okay. We'll do letter writing we have done. All these things we are doing, completing the syllabus, and then we'll do practice. Today we'll do diary writing and one more thing, study diary. These two will complete, followed by what? Not homework. Yes, those are in the form of homework that I give to you. I'll show you the answer. You will read the answer once and write the question, read the answer, and wo hi answer nahi, the way you have to write, and then you have to complete at home. Okay?
Our teacher said that for ninth there will not be any criteria.
नहीं है ना? वही तो मैंने.
Only 10th,
Yes,
11th.
that was that because I was thinking कि syllabus में नहीं है. Syllabus में you have, I saw the syllabus already. Syllabus में you have story writing, diary, and paragraph. Descriptive paragraph, analytical. Descriptive paragraph we have done now.
Yes, yes.
So that is there. Now we will do two things. Diary entry and that's a choice between story and diary. You can write either of the two. So you learn both so that the one that is easy you can attend. Okay. I'll teach from here first of all so that it's screen me. It's easy for you to attend. It will be easy for you to go through. And then क्या हुआ? Don't even know where each other live and they when you meet here you talk as if you बिछड़े हुए भाई हो. So why you were surprised? You were surprised, ना? अच्छा इधर ही.
No, I was surprised because he said that from here to there. Then I realized that it's from back or so.
अच्छा मैंने सोचा each class he gives a different address. No. Okay. अब देखो diary or when I tell you, you can write the points. It's not necessary now. It's only important to know how to write, and then there are examples. You will read the example, and there is homework. इसका भी answer इधर है. You will read the homework, the answer, and not write anything. Write at home your own story. The way it should be.
Also the totaling wasn't done, but in letter writing, I got 4.5 marks out of 5.
But you have letter writing in your syllabus, national syllabus. You have.
And 3 out of 4 marks in descriptive paragraph because I didn't write title.
Descriptive paragraph. You didn't write a heading. Heading you did write.
Yes, I will some title, that's what I already tried.
But later you have written the same will be taught, the three problems and two solutions, like that you have and follow the format. Yes, very. Just learn, huh? I have written here because it's easy for you. ये screen वाला जो margin वाला ये है, it's human and screen is essential. You know, in CBSE schools, directed CBSE board, they have given a directive to school. Each and every school, they have to, you have a smart board. You have a smart board in your school.
Not in every way. We don't have it in classrooms,
That's what we don't have.
but we have in like AV rooms.
So this is important, you know, if suppose you are reading Julius Caesar is shown on screen. It's easy for it to just बोला था ना,
We have a TV.
जैसे ये इसने बोला ना, they have done a uh, drama on which
Last time.
the lost child, so he remembers very clearly. अच्छा, जान. The diary entry. We can say, what is a diary? Look here. We can say that the purpose of making an entry in a diary could be anything of the following. So, to record the events of one's life, it's very important if you, some children, from childhood, some children, they are gifted diary and they are used to writing diary every day, what's happening that day, and then sign up. So today, take it आज ये हुआ. Sometimes you know you will see when you grow up in movies and all. Suppose there is a murder or something, a child is missing, or anybody is missing. They come to घर में आके they ask कि is there any diary? Do they have a she used to write a diary? She used to write any diary. So diary used to be a clue कि what exactly happened in that woman or that man's life. So that.
For the people who want to study history.
Not history exactly. Anybody, you can also write every day of
Yes, when Nikola Tesla died, they wanted to find his diary.
Yes, so many things. Even Annie Bailey used to write a diary about World War. So we came to know what happened actually during the World War, what she used to write. So okay. So to record the events of one's life, to share one's experience, everyday experience, writing a diary is a beneficial hobby because of the following reasons. It's a very good hobby. It mends your English writing skills. A person can share one's emotion after emotionally. Something happened with you in school or anywhere, and you cannot share it with anyone. You can share it with your diary. That is a very good friend. So there is one story from the diary of Anne Frank. In that story, next year, you will see that this Anne Frank had no friend. It was World War II, and they were in hiding, and she had family members, not anyone to talk about his emotions. And then he was gifted a diary on his 13th birthday, and she used to share her emotion in that diary. That diary afterwards became a book. So emotional things you can share. When you mention
Not last year.
last year the first one. Which one? And when it was taught, then the hair purpose.
The first night and all those chapters we had in it.
But still you have next year. A person can share one's emotion, one can express his own feelings. It is a record, so it acts like a backup for our memory to remember past events. ABN. Backup for our memory. Suppose I had the had a hobby of writing diary entry. Diary entry was my hobby. So today when I forget, कि 20 साल पहले उसी दिन क्या हुआ था, so if I take the diary, I will understand कि I will remember. So it's revival of your memory. You will not forget anything and everything that happened in your life. It records, so it acts like a backup for our memory to remember past events. You know what? That's a very good story. In West Bengal, a family, they had a big house. It's a story. It's not a story, it's an event. They had a very big house and husband and wife both of old age, both of them died. And the daughter who was living there, daughter, they had to submit, daughter wanted to stay in the house. I think there was no paper. Paper होता है ना घर का. There was no need, no paper, nothing available. She searched the whole. It was such a big house, three-story building, individual house, whole house, everywhere. She couldn't find anything. Finally, while looking for the property papers, she found a diary of her father, and she got the answer. She had to go through the diary every day what happened, and then on one page, she came to know where the property papers were kept, and she got them. So this is what happens when you are when you write a diary. But write a diary means you are writing every day. Every day आपको लिखना है. Writing down our feelings acts like a vent and helps reduce stress. The activity improves our skills of written communication, writing skills, because it involves noting the slightest observation. So, written communication. Why I'm not? It's not written in English because if you diary, generally it's about your feeling. So you tend to write in your native language. What is your native language?
Yeah.
So it's better, you can vent better if you're writing in your native language. That's why.
Correct.
So writing written communication भी improve होता है. First person, essentials of a Anand, look here, essentials of a good diary entry. First person में लिखना है because it's your event. Today, I went to the store. I saw a man stealing a cycle from the store. And so this is a story. I mean, so it is in first person. First person is I. First person. Past tense. Diary should be written in the past tense. Why? Because you are, after the event happened, you are रात को सोने के पहले you are writing the diary. So it is in the past tense. Two important things: first person and past tense. Vital thing. We use first person narration when making a diary entry because it is a piece of writing about events from our own viewpoint, my viewpoint. My father said this is not the way to drive a car, my mother, but it is again my brother, my father, so it's first person. A diary entry should offer a unique first-hand perspective of momentous times in your life. Every moment what's happening in your life that is captured in your diary. Past tense. Personal style. A diary can be a place to hide private thoughts or a record of personal memories or just a way of organizing a day. So today I have this, I have done this is what. So you can write. So that was my target is actually I wanted to study maths, I wanted to study English, I wanted to study physics, and my target is achieved because I have completed all the three subjects. People who keep journals have life twice. People who keep journals have life twice. One,
when they are experiencing, second, when they have written, they look upon it.
and look upon it. So you are reinventing yourself. So आज जो आपने किया है, when 10 years down the line, it will look like a foolish act too. So you are reinventing yourself. So Keeping a diary allows you to reflect on both happy and unpleasant experiences. It lets you realize how much one has evolved or what mistakes were made in the past. So it's a post-mortem. You are post you know what you have done. अरे ये गलती करके मुझे ये करना नहीं चाहिए था. So self-realization, assessment. Diary can also help one take note of fears and even deal with them. Observation, thoughts, and feelings. A diary entry is the most honest, fascinating, and harrowingly personal piece of writing. So it's always advised. If I get your diary, I should not read without your permission. Because it's very, very private. All my feelings, all my personal things are written. Before my death, when I die, it becomes public property. But when I am alive, even if it is in someone's hand, it should not be read to anyone. When in doubt, write about what did you see and how did it make you feel. Take a good diary is so important. Another point, 2 points are very important. Apart from this is the style. First one is first person. Second one is past tense. And third one is date. A good diary contains the date, day, and even the hour of composing. You can also add the place. So आपको good diary. तो डायरी लिखने के लिए ये 4 आप प्लीज ऐड करना. डेट, टाइम, डेट, डे 22nd July 2025, Monday, Tuesday, 11:20 AM, place Navi Mumbai, Khardar. So this way if you write, it's the best diary because when you go back to the event, you will remember every. अरे हाँ 11 बजे तो मैं स्कूल नहीं था, ड्यूटी नहीं था, तब भी ये हुआ था, मुझे याद है, अच्छे से याद है. Okay, so it's not about the whole day. If you write the time and the date, the day, the time and the place. 4 आकाश 2 बताओ, 4 में 2 बताओ.
Characters.
No, अभी जो बोला मैंने. When you are writing, what are the 4 things that you have to write first?
Date, time.
बस.
Day,
place. Date के बाद आएगा day, उसके बाद time, और उसके बाद और date के बाद भी time देख सकते हो, but let's see from day and date. देखो पहले. मैंने देखा, I have not even seen. So chronological or date, a good diary or contains date, day, hour of composing. If you skip, mark will not be deducted, but it's a good diary. When you're writing something, be perfect. Doing something, be perfect. And even the hour of composing, you can also add the place. You can also add the place. If you don't have, it's not wrong. Marks will not be deducted, but when you are learning something, learn the best. आप जब खाना खाने जाओगे बेस्ट जगह पे जाते हो ना, फूड फॉर सोल, आपके सोल को खुश करने के लिए. तो when you are writing something, write the best thing that you know. Chronological order, क्या diaries are written in the order in which they happen, that is their chronological order. So when you are writing a 24 hours का diary entry before going to sleep, if you are writing, you can write piece by piece. कौन सा टाइम में क्या हुआ था. But when you are writing diary, this is a single diary. So you have to write only about one steps. So chronologically, एक ही time आएगा, एक ही day, एक ही time. Okay. And one more thing, when you are giving the exam, letter writing तो नहीं है, अगर आपका है तो भी, the date that you are supposed to write is the date of you are giving the exam. Okay. कुछ arbitrary date 20XX करके मत दे. ठीक है. So suppose today you are giving an exam. Diary entry में कौन सा date था?
22nd July.
And then Tuesday and the time or days. So letter writing में भी, board में जब जाओगे तो भी, the day you are giving the exam, ideally the day you are giving the exam, that day you have to write. Notice writing में, ठीक है? That is written in the order in which they happen. That is their chronological order. Use time conjunctions like primarily next. Then use time conjunctions like primarily next. Then and finally to show this. ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. Let's see. Emotive language, creativity, imagination, expression, diary you have tested. Since diary is an informal piece of writing, you can let your emotions flow through the ink. You can use words like wow, oh my god, because it is informal, your emotion. It's not a formal letter writing. Official कुछ भी नहीं है. It is your emotion, you can write anything. ठीक है? Format देखो, day and date. So you can write date and the नीचे day or day ऊपर time, salutation, dear diary, content of the dear diary, signature. Please write down this.
Day and date, then line graph, it does not give.
No gap.
Okay.
No gap. अब gap के बारे में कुछ just whatever is written you write. We'll see that later. We are coming to it. And then I will give you the marking scheme also. Marking scheme आपको पता है ना? Marking scheme के हिसाब से if you write, you will get good marks. Day and date, time, salutation मतलब dear diary, just the way you write in letters, dear sir, madam. So you are giving, right? You are giving. Diary is a metaphor for your friend. It's as good as a friend. So it's compared to what is a metaphor? It's a comparison, na?
Without using as.
No, metaphor
Both the
simile, and
it is when either we are comparing to
something to someone. Something. So here diary is compared to a friend. Contents of the diary entry, then and then signature. Signature will be whose name?
grandmothers.
Right. हो गया? Done. Fast. This is इसमें कुछ नहीं करना है ना मुझे.
I'm sure.
So I asked that person. From here I do.
Yes. Screen.
I asked. God, screen भी कहेगी.
From drive. अब स्क्रीन वाला उसको जो बटन पे फिर से क्लिक करो वो आएगी.
इसमें.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's already done. What's the share?
And then screen. Yes, here. Yes.
And then this one. So format हो गया. You have written. Now this. So I think this is the format. Thursday. So it's day and date, time, day and date. See there is no gap.
Salutation.
Okay. So day. So tomorrow, if you are giving the exam, you will write Tuesday, comma, and this the date will be written like this, short form remaining. So you will write Tuesday, comma, 22nd July 2025. 9 p.m. place. It's optional. You can write, you may not write, but these three you have to write. I tell you, I suggest you write the place. So, and then the salutation, and then there will be a gap before salutation, dear diary ke pehle, and then dear diary, no comma, nothing, and then write everything left side mein here. Marking scheme, write this. Marking scheme of diary entry for class 9, day and date. Very important, first day and date, you have half mark. Write this. So there is no mark allotted for place. So you can skip that. Day and date, half mark. Time, half mark. If you know, if you are not writing, your mark will go, you will write. Salutation, half mark. Content, 3 marks. उसमें आपका इमोशनल फ्लो कितना है, ग्रामेटिकली हाउ राइट कीवर्ड, हाउ कैची इज द कंटेंट, कितना हमारा आंसू बह रहा है करेक्ट करते करते, all these things will be taken into care.
What if it's a happy?
So कितना हंस रहे हैं हम, कितना खुश हो रहे हैं हम, how positive we are feeling.
I remember a very good diary a ma'am had given us as example in it. It was in which it gave that it should end like this. So they give the ending first, the last sentence. And it was like a group of people approached you. It was your first day at school. At first, I thought that I was about to be bullied, but then I realized that they were just pranking me, and they has been appointed by the teacher to help me and show me around the school. This
Become friends.
and become friends with each other. So what I expected to be a bad day became something like this, a disaster or less, became a really joyous day for me. This was the example which we given. It was a very good example. So I read it and that only gave me.
Very good. See, the examination we are human being. हमें कितना ही मिलेगा, जितना है उतना ही गया. थोड़ा इधर से उधर से उधर करके. What happening? Working properly. Closing and opening, closing and opening.
One is
Close. One is
No.
block.
one is blowing this block.
I use your language. One is closing, one is opening, one is flowing, one is not flowing. Okay, देखो, इसमें देखो. You have written the marking scheme. Marking scheme लिख दिया. Okay, points to remember. The identity should be left aligned. Left aligned. ऐसा इधर उधर कर मत लिखना. Left aligned. Marking scheme. No marks are awarded for writing a diary entry in a box. No box. Okay.
It is only for notice screen.
No box. ठीक है? Box अगर notice में भी if it's in a box, it will be mentioned right in a box.
No.
As per.
Oh, it's compulsory. Okay, but board पे it's not compulsory. ठीक है? Okay, if it's that's what I said. We will teach you how to write, but the format exactly learn from what your teachers say. 12th का जो है we follow exactly. 9th का there is board पे there is no strict such, but for 10th we have the format of the board, so we'll go through accordingly. We'll swim accordingly. Okay. Body can be of 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3. जितना आंसू चाहे वहां सकते. 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. ठीक है? Students are advised to stick to the word limit 100 to 120 words. What I suggest, said now, don't write so big. Try to follow 120 है तो 180 तक जाओ, 150 तक जाओ, but 180 तक don't write too much down because you in school you know your teacher. Board में ना the examiner becomes irritated because they have to write so many details. So वो irritation से ना आपको अगर एक बार ज़्यादा मिलता था वो एक बार कम मिलेगा. So you have to think about the mindset of the examiner. That is why it is for your benefit. First of all, first point, psychological point अलग है. First, logical point क्या है? Because if you are writing more and more, you are losing time, and you will not be able to finish or correct. I mean, revise the paper. Revision is important, huh? रिविजन करो तो that is important. First point, if you have 15 minutes in hand, आराम से और खींच के ले रहा है, close your tie your paper, close it becomes you become very ये tense. Last minute में ना गड़बड़ हो जाता है. So first point, more important logical point, and the psychological point is the examiner का mindset भी आपको peace of mind भी आपको देता है. So in that short 120, 100 to 120 words, we try to accommodate as many points as just a point and explain, a point and explain. And we will see the example and we will come to know. Okay? So don't write much. One less लिखोगे तो marks cut हो जाएगा. 120 लिखोगे तो ठीक है, 150 तक 180 तक is. But don't write pages and pages. ठीक है? क्योंकि हमें ढूंढना भी see. We are writing. We are writing. We are teachers. We cannot cheat on you. तो आपको cheat नहीं कर सकता. मुझे दो आप जितना 4 pages लिख आप need to write. We have to see the keywords are there. We have to give you marks. So the 4 page per के so irritated हो जाएंगे ना. So don't.
This is not board checking.
हाँ?
I go for board meeting.
अभी तक नहीं गया, but I corrected board papers back. I mean, when I was in school. So we know the rule and regulation. So they tell us, and ICSE में तो they don't even if you have all the keywords, key phrases, keywords. So if even there is a grammatical mistake, the board says because there are 2 papers. Language may already they are correcting the language part, writing part. So in literature, they are not so strict, but in CBSE they are very strict. About accuracy, एक करके accuracy ही है, I'll tell you. Okay, so इधर देखो, I have them. कैसे correction होता है, I'll show you. I have got 10. क्या क्या किसके में marks for see, you have for literature part you have 6 marks का question मैं बोल रही हूँ. इसका 1 mark कम कर लो. Content for content you have 3 marks. For expression you have 2 marks. And for accuracy you have 1 mark. So accuracy के लिए 1 mark है. Content it's a 5 marks question. For content you will have 2 marks. Expression 2 marks. So content आपको लिखना है based on the
That expression will be intermixed, right?
intermixed. When you are writing anything about taken from the content, you have to express why you think so.
You have to use more of adjectives
Adjective words.
and strong words, not
छोटा-मोटा भी चलेगा, but it should not be repetitive in it. Yeah. Strong is good.
Sorry. You said that not to repeat. So descriptive paragraph, I tried my best not to repeat a single word.
So you got good marks, na?
Yes, I may had repeated one time, but not many.
Okay. So इसमें points to remember the identity should be left aligned, left side में. Marking no marks are awarded for okay. In the question mentions a city, make sure to write the name of that place after time. So अगर आपको एक theme दिया जाएगा ना, उसके ऊपर base करके आप write it will not be like that कि last year what happened with it. No. So a theme will be given, so you have to write based on the theme. So in that the identity you have to, if it's about a place, you have to write. If it's about you visited the fair, Mela fair. So you have to write where you visited. That's very important. You're feeling uncomfortable?
No, I tried writing and this it's exploring.
You sit. I don't want you to fall sick. Can you see from here? और पीछे भी बैठ सकते हो.
No, it's there. I will not go back.
I'll tell them to. Is it okay from there? I can't see you, but you can see.
I can see. There is, it is a better angle because the take is.
So it's tilted toward that.
Yes.
Which is the better angle?
This.
This is better angle. So, in the question mention a city. Make sure to write the name of that place after time. After time के बाद city लिखना है. In this case, you have to write the name of the place. When writing a signature, don't write yours sincerely, ये सब तो लिखना ही नहीं है, only your name, because आप तो किसी के ऊपर sincerely नहीं बोल रहे, it's a die, it's a non-living object, so you will just write sincerely, faithfully, why you write, to show respect to that person, huh? You are writing the letter. So here, you are just writing. This is not important now. Now, look at this. Now, read the diary. How they are written. Assume yourself, and then I'll give you one to write here and one to write home. After, you will read the answer and write on your own. Assume yourself to be the happy prince. Do you have happy prince?
Yes.
The happy prince you have.
I have it. I don't.
Yeah, you have it. Behind में है क्या? So you are the happy prince. Happy prince, there is one story or poem. Not this one. There's one book, na? What is the name of that book? Behind that क्या है?
Yeah.
Moritza.
It's the picture.
Good chapter. Happy prince. Okay, that's not important. So assume yourself as a happy prince. Assume yourself to be the happy prince and write a diary entry of the day when his statue was raised and he saw the misery of the poor people of his city in about 100 to 120 words each hold though. Because this is based on one of your chapter that is not done.
Behind this chapter.
Okay, जो भी है. So now see, you are the happy prince. You are a very happy prince. You are a prince, and then your statue is raised, and then from the a statue को एक human ये दे रहा है कि the prince is living there in that statue, and you see the misery. When you are a prince,
That the prince was like he only had all the pressures of like illegal action, but then he died and in his
statue होने के बाद he could see. So he was a happy prince. Prince अब जब prince हो तो आपको क्या है आपको जैसे luxury का कुछ कमी नहीं है. You don't even see the misery of the poor people. And then he died and his statue was raised. And from the top, finally after death, he could see the misery around. मतलब उसको ये है कि I was in the confine of the palace, getting all the pleasures of life, and when I went outside, go outside, and I saw that actually my life is not like everybody's life. People are so there is misery, there is people are hungry. So these things he could see. So write a diary. Assume yourself to be the happy prince and write the diary entry of the day when his statue was raised and he saw the misery of the poor people of his city in about 100 to 120 words. So first क्या आएगा? The day. Tuesday. आज Tuesday है. So what will be the date if you are giving the exact today?
22.
What will be the exact? This ये जगह कैसा होगा?
Tuesday cover 22 July 2025. Next line
5:09 p.m.
5:09
5:30 p.m. you can write. This time you can write anything. 5:30 p.m. And then the place. I tell you, that's what I said. It's write the place. It's good habit. क्योंकि प्लेस वाला अगर कोई आएगा आपका हैबिट रह जाएगा तो प्लेस वाला कोई आएगा तो आप तभी आपका हैबिट है तो आप लिखोगे. अगर writing about the city and if you are not in the habit of writing, then you may skip. You may not write. Okay. Okay. Then dear diary, today my statue was raised. It is located high above the city. It was full of gold, ruby, and diamonds like the way I lived my life. But I'm terribly depressed because the people in my country are suffering. So from the top, I could see the scene of the city. So what I saw, I felt it will be in which tense? Past tense. So what I felt before, actually, you will feel better if the ACs are off and the windows are open. But possibly, you can go up in the terrace and take some fresh air. You want to do that? I don't think you will be allowed. Any inhaler or something you have? I mean, वो जो होता है you don't know. Okay. Today my statue was raised. It is I was feeling quite sad when a kind sparrow suddenly appeared. So this to write this, you have to know the story. If you don't know the story, you can write anything. So I could see someone crying because of a child crying because of hunger. I could see people not wearing proper clothes. You can write any emotion you want to write in 3 paragraphs. And the last one, I hope that you have said so. So I have planned to donate my jewels, whatever I have in my statue, with the help of someone. If I get someone, I plan to give them to the people whom I see. They are only just they are not well. And this way you can end and then the prince. Okay, ye chhoro. You lie in the bed chamber listening to the patter of the rain. Many memories of your childhood. This way have done.
Yes, rain on the roof.
Occupy your mind, write a diary entry in about 120 yoga words about the most important experience that you can recollect. Say again the day of the week and the date and the time and Bhopal. Bhopal में बैठ के आप पिटर सुन के आप क्या करेंगे? Dear diary.
Can I say something for this? Today was a dark day, as in, there was heavy rain happening outside.
So if you say dark, now dark has a negative connotation.
Yes, negative.
It's not dark, it can say it's a cloudy day.
It was a cloudy day.
After mentioning cloud, you can say dark everywhere.
Yes, it was dark everywhere. It made me feel quite sad because I was unable to see the ray of the sun fall on my plants and see the leaves shine. But this what made me feel the most pleasant was the sound of raindrops falling on the roof.
Roof of my balcony.
Yes, on the roof of my balcony.
And वो mention करना क्योंकि हाँ.
They made a pitter patter sound which made me which reminded me of my sweet childhood memories, how I used to play in my village with my siblings, and even when the rain came.
And then you can also add, and followed by karma, hot samosa and chai.
My grandmother would make snacks for me to bed, and I would sleep soundly listening to the
memories, good dreams.
as a lullaby, and I went to sleep and I have good dreams.
Yes. These are the many points. 3 paragraph में 3 points लिखते हैं. First village में आपको याद आ रहा है, then samosa snacks and all. Hot tea, but then how it as a lullaby for you.
Yes, the introduction
And then you step and peaceful sleep. अभी मुझे नहीं आता है जो peaceful sleep मुझे, and then good night day.
Yeah, please.
Yes. So this is what. Muddy puddles with my neighbors. So many these 3 paragraphs are 3 points. Okay. So the sound of raindrop patting against my roof last time brought up a lot of pleasant memories. I thought I could feel the sound of the water on the roof on my face. As I was lying in my warm and comfortable bed, I heard raindrops tapping on my roof. This came to me in form of childhood memories and pleasant dreams. I recall jumping on the muddy puddles, with my neighbors, friends, and singing songs with them. It was fun. I remember coming home to the sweet aroma of pakoras, and enjoying those delicacies with my loved ones. Those were the days. You also said that pakoras, snacks, so ये 3 point होना चाहिए. Remember. And इसके लिए आपको कितना point दिया जाएगा? Content के लिए कितना point? 3. So 3, 8, 1 each.
And if you are taking 6 marks, then 4 because of feeling.
5 marks here. closer. So in board में भी 5 marks रहेगा. So पहले तो आपका उसके लिए कितना है, फॉर्मेट के लिए कितना है आपका?
Sorry, for format is the everything.
हाँ everything. Content छोड़ के बात सर. हाँ.
1.5.
1.5.
Then signature.
कोई भी फॉर्मेट में आता है. So 2 है ना? 2
are
for content. Okay क्या? You're not sure you say.
Yes, sir.
अभी वापस I'm going back. You should not miss. It's important. Day and date half mark. Time half mark.
अच्छा, ये
Salut-
solution.
Salutation. Salutation miss कैसे हो सकता है? Today I'm just giving. I'm not saying anything because you are not well. Salutation. So format content छोड़ के बाकी 2 marks का है format. So remember, एक जाएगा तो half marks. Day and date पे remember. Day and date से एक is half का भी cannot cut. So day and date में एक नहीं जाएगा तो पूरा half चला जाएगा. Day and date दोनों मिलके half है. दोनों में एक लिखोगे और एक नहीं लिखोगे तो भी जाएगा. पकड़ लिया ना? इसमें से थोड़ा. You already had this.
Very common problem.
Okay.
I think we got this from you.
That's a diary. We are diary.
Then
Every call. So I feel, I'm not sure, but I feel, I doubt that he gave me four. And now my noses are blocked and water is snake. Air is not.
one is Ganga, there is desert.
One is flowing, one is not flowing. So you want 2 minutes break, you want some hot tea, I'll drink for you.
I will drink.
I know, but I have only one option. Huh?
He doesn't like
Just like food. Food या fruit?
food.
हाँ, food पसंद नहीं है? You wanted to be a budding footballer ना?
What?
Budding footballer. फुटबॉल खेलना पसंद है ना आपको? So food के बिना कैसे करोगे आप?
अच्छा.
That only.
If it helps me in my game, then sure, but as
Okay.
normally I don't really like. I find it boring.
अपना photosynthesis आप अपना दूध पे खड़ा होकर photosynthesis कर लो. You have to survive on something ना. So plant just a photosynthesis, just stand on the when there is sun and when there is no sun, only rain. Then write a diary and declare diary. I'm depressed today because I cannot
Get food,
get food because there is no sun.
Photosynthesis.
and write positive side. In positive side, this is whether I was able to serve for my friends.
अच्छा ठीक है देखो. अभी जब when you say you want some break, I'll give you. ये देखो. Okay. ये सब वैसे ही है. I don't know. Okay, do one thing. Story writing के पहले I am giving you one write down. Okay. ये देखो अलग है. It's not. Those are all according to your chapters. Literature there. So if you don't write, so you don't know you cannot. You along with your friends went for a river rafting in Rishikesh. Write a essay आएगा. Write a diary entry in about 100 to 120 words describing about your experience. So fiction, anything you can write.
I have read the river rafting.
So if a writer experience. So देखो. First comes the day of the week, then the date, then the time, and then Rishikesh you have to write. Practice writing. This format is okay. Take full marks. But practice writing
is the next line.
Uh-huh.
Date is next line. Date.
Yeah, this is wrong. Date will be here. Comma. Next line is also fine. Next, this is also not wrong. Any format you can use, but chronology ऐसे ही होगा. First date. Dear diary, comma, ask your school teacher. Format, as I said, ask your school. When your teacher is teaching you school day, learn the format from your school because this is not board exam. School exam में school के teacher की सबसे आपने अगर बोला आपने ऐसा बोला मेरा English teacher ऐसा बोला ऊपरी से teacher. So you have to do, but board you can challenge. because we follow the board pattern. Okay. देखो पढ़ो ये.
I went to go down when we had started for an adventurous trip to Rishikesh. I
We started. I नहीं ये इसलिए नहीं है.
That is not sure.
हाँ ये रह जाता है. Even whatever you do, see, I still like. Let's see.
We started at 5 p.m. and had a breakfast on the way. We reached there at around 11 a.m. and our camp organizer welcomed us and informed us about the do's and don'ts in the camp area. After waiting,
So first point is about the do's and don'ts of the camp area. एक point हो गया.
after walking downhill 300 meters steep, we reached a campsite where the manager told us that 2 camps were ready for us and that it would be our hope for the next 2 days.
इसमें दो ही point है. Because you are elaborating about the camp, not writing any different point. So first point is downhill there and second point is about the camp. So that is only 2 points. Okay.
After keeping our bags, we decided to go kayaking. Our instructor gave us useful tips on kayaking, but we were not able to maintain our balance or were too slow in throwing the kayak. We also tried swimming, but there were too many rocks, so we decided to give it up. Then in the evening, we played volleyball on the beach and had tea and later had dinner and decided to rest in our tents. Hope tomorrow would be more adventurous.
So there are total 5 points, 5 different.
This is mainly about as the question asked, you went for river rafting in Rishikesh.
ठीक है, you went for river rafting
So
नहीं
should
हुआ.
it be river
हाँ,
rafting?
river rafting नहीं हुआ, इतना ही हुआ. So whatever, anything that happened while you were there, it's okay. It's okay. Even अगर नहीं हुआ, you are writing a diary telling that we went for river rafting, लेकिन नहीं हुआ ये सब. So next time we'll try. क्यों नहीं हुआ? We started and had a breakfast immediately.
Because they were not able to maintain balance or they were too slow in rowing the kayak.
The backs we decided to go for sea. They went there for river rafting, but they could not. वही लिखा है, ठीक है? So it's not about कि किया ही है वो लिखना है. नहीं कर पाया वो भी लिख सकते. You're feeling about it. So you want 5 minutes break? अभी चाहिए 5 मिनट दे मुझे देना है. So this one you have to write at home. आपने अगर किया है, you can write your experience. Only write this. ऊपर का part और नीचे का write it directly. Answer you will write. क्या होगा? Describing about your experience. कितना ही लिखना है? So after 5 minutes, I'll come back and story writing will complete. उसके बाद अगर time है तो I have अगर time है तो we'll do a poem.
Okay.
वहाँ जो रोड करता है होकर 5 किलो का अपना लेकर अपने खाते का छोटा बता करेंगे.
Once I'm present. So Miss Boone and Maggie.
हाँ थोड़ा सा स्पेशल हुआ है, बात पहन के पढ़ता है। तो मैम बोलती है वो लोरा एक्सप्लोरर की तरह से वो मेरे रैक के बाहर आ जाती है। फिर मैं देखो ना तब कह रही हूँ क्या आप लोगों को पेन दिख रहा है? आपको पेन दिख गया? सही जवाब अगर आपने ये चुना तो सही ऐसा हो सकता है बैक में ऐसे आता है। आप ये तो आपने बिना सोचा सही जवाब।
क्या आप बोल सकते हो सही जवाब? बोलो सही जवाब।
क्या आपने बोला सही जवाब? सही जवाब।
उसके टीचर ने बोला ये जो बुक्स है इसको साफ होने की अपनी इनविजिबल क्या करे क्या आपको पता है साफ होता है जल्दी बताइए फिर मैम मुझ पर बैठ गए फिर मैं बोला
मैप आएगा मैप को लोकेट करने। क्या आप लोग को मैप पढ़ना आता है? मुझे भी नहीं आता है। जो तो किसी सबके पास चलते हैं वैसे पता दिखता हुआ नहीं वो रोते रोते
ऐसे बात करते हैं
उस क्लास में जाके सर्टिफिकेट करके ज्योग्राफिकेशन बताते का तो उसके बाद कोऑर्डिनेटर काम होते हैं। आपको पता है कोऑर्डिनेटर नाम से कैसे पंगा लेता गट से
अरे हाँ तो भूल ही गए तो हाँ पूरा जाएगी बैग लेती ऐसे तो ग्रुप से मैं उसका
मतलब वो डिपेंड करता है अगर 1800 से तो पावर बहुत होता है इसलिए अब भाई इतना अच्छा जोक भी नहीं आपको चोट दिया उसका मतलब प्रोबेबिलिटी ना जो पे फीला चोरी का फायदा हो रहा है क्या करें
आगे करो आगे की कोई नहीं
आदेश में तो मतलब ठीक है
सिर्फ पुस्तक है ये जिमी है लेकिन जिमी के बारे में कुछ पढ़ रहा है
मैं बहुत पहले देखी थी बहुत पहले आई थी
मेरे भाई ने अभी रिसेंटली देखा था सॉरी
that would happen. But the good.
भाई मेरा सही है कि दिया था पर हाल में तेजी लोग तीन तीन टीचर्स तीन टीचर हाँ एग्जैक्टली थ्री टीचर्स हमने नहीं है
Please substitution.
सब में टीचर आ गए
सारा टीचर भी टीचर के लिए चलेगा whatever भाई एक ही जगह एडमिशन लेकर अभी हाई माना
ये सर्दी के साथ मेरी आवाज
सर्दी के साथ सेवा सर्दी के सर्दी के साथ
Now, अभी what is this? What we did diary entry. Diary entry is clear. How to write? Basic formula आपको अगर clear होगा तो उसमें तो आपका 2 marks वैसे ही मिल जाएगा. If the format is right. उसके बाद कंटेंट में तो कुछ ना कुछ मिल ही जाएगा whatever you write. ठीक है? So 2 marks आपको पूरा लेना है and then 3 में out of 3 you write 3 points. Innisfree
Yeah,
paragraphs.
carry the next step, we have to start with.
Yeah. Next line, C, preferably with a gap. Preferably with a gap. इसके बाद एक gap होगा, इसके बाद एक gap होगा. Yeah. Now let's do story writing. We'll finish the syllabus first and then we'll go for extensive practice. Okay? I'll give you papers and we can. I'll give you question papers. Not question papers. Solve करके. You are giving the UT. अच्छा ये पेपर लाया था ना वो चेक करना है मुझे. अच्छा लो. Story writing. इसमें से कौन सा आप लोगों को ये हो गया क्या? Adventures of Toto? You have done? हाँ? You have done? Yes or no?
So the we have done, but I was not.
You know the story?
Present, he was.
हाँ.
Okay ठीक है. इसके ऊपर डायरी एंट्री दे दो. Okay ठीक है. आदित्य को Legend of Northland नहीं हुआ.
I was told about.
तू था तो हंसा.
Okay, this you have done ना. इसमें एक भी नहीं है जो दे सकती है. So we'll do it afterwards. आप ये क्यों नहीं लेते extra lecture? You can take ना. So I'll give you this as your homework.
You already have one homework.
One homework हाँ और एक story देके फिर देखते हैं. Okay, story writing का देखो.
No for only right.
Story writing का देखो. The format for story writing typically follows a structured approach. नहीं, structured approach होता है. To ensure a well-developed and engaging narrative. Here's a basic format you can use. Story. आपको एक story book दिया. ठीक है. And अगर इसके साथ रह के अगर हो गया ना देखो ये इधर आ गया. So अगर आपको एक story book, you can give me your story. Why Harry Potter is so famous? The great Harry Potter because of the way it is written, the story, the so जो भी है. So if you are writing a story, it should be engaging. Engaging means someone will find it interesting.
You have to keep reading.
You want to keep reading and you want it should be engaging. So it should be different. So this all are taught in your class so that आगे जाके आप कोई आप writer बनना चाहते हो, कोई diary entry लिखना चाहते हो, तो you can. This is a way of improving your communication. So title लिखना जरूरी है story writing. Title.
What is the difference between a novel and a story?
I think the short and long. Novel is big.
Multiple chapters.
Many chapters are there. And story short.
Even Harry Potter has multiple parts, a sequence.
He's not talking about part. Many stories in one book. That's what we are talking about, right?
Just Sudhamurti.
So you have written a story. I have written a story. He has written a story.
Like Sudhamurti, it has various stories in one.
Different stories in one. They are not section stories. Different.
There was this story writing competition in May, and it was something I put the keys back on the drawer. It was supposed to be like this, and I wrote a crime thriller on this.
On that.
Yes.
वो key वाला.
Yes.
And how appreciated it was.
I got some top 10, I guess.
Okay, one more thing. Story writing आप जब लिखोगे, so you have to. It should be your original story.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Harry Potter लिख मत देना. Title, choose a catchy title देखो. Choose a catchy and relevant title for this read. Title पढ़ के आपको ये वाला. This is title. Title पढ़ के आपको लगेगा ये तो बहुत interesting होने वाला है. ठीक है. Introduction. Introduce the main characters and setting of the story. Set the tone and context of the narrative. Body. Develop the plot with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Build suspense and tension to keep the reader interested. Introduce a conflict or problem that the characters must face. Narrative, climax, the turning point of the story. These are all introduction, body, climax, resolution. Let's see, conclusion,
What is resolution?
Resolution, देखो. रिजर्व अगर आपने कॉन्फ्लिक्ट डाला है तो उसको रिजर्व कैसे वो भी आपको डालना है the story should not look incomplete.
But that is if I want to give it a different
आपका अगर क्राइम भी लिखना है थ्रिलर भी लिखना है उसको भी आपको एक एंड देना है ना मर्डर मिस्ट्री लिखना है तो किसने मर्डर किया वो भी लिखना है so that is a resolution you have to end it properly.
I don't know how to end the story.
Okay, important aspect of a story writing. Story writing involves character development. देखो, and all within 100 to 120 words. So waste नहीं करना है. Setting, plot, theme, इतना तो 100 to 120 तो इतना ही होता है. So how will you summarize your story? It's a summary of your story. Summary of your story. Language. जैसे इन्होंने बोला, good adjective words. Good. Editing and revision, everything is, there should not be any grammatical error. Words सही होना चाहिए, repetition नहीं होना चाहिए.
What do you think of the black man as a title? What do you think of the black man as a title?
Oh, it should be relevant to the topic.
Relevant.
Topic से relevant होगा तो हो जाएगा. अच्छा. And here are a few story writing examples suitable for class 9 students. The unexpected journey. Title: The Mysterious Cabin. Introduction. So, The Mysterious Cabin है. आपको बोला है unexpected journey के ऊपर बेस करके एक story. This is not the title. What is your title? The Mysterious Cabin. Because we are talking about a cabin.
So what is unexpected here?
Write a story based on the theme, the unexpected journey.
Unexpected journey मतलब तो कुछ करने के बाद
Definition भी कुछ
And then when you are writing the and आपका टाइटल क्या है आपकी स्टोरी के ऊपर बेस्ड है ना आपका स्टोरी तो मुझे नहीं पता मुझे पता है ये this is the question unexpected journey के ऊपर लिखो so the mysterious cabin introduction introduce the main character Sarah and her adventures spirit so if there is a character called Sarah या कोई भी Ani Mukesh you can write anything. Sarah discovers a hidden cabin in the woods and decides to explore it. Inside, she finds a map that leads to a hidden treasure. Here the journey begins. Unexpected journey. Okay? Mysterious cabin. Sarah must navigate through various obstacles and challenges to reach the treasure. Sarah finally finds the treasure, but it holds a surprising twist. Sarah learns a valuable lesson about perseverance and the true meaning of treasure. So, title: The Mysterious Treasure. These are the clues. Now, अभी देखो, ये clue पढ़ के आपको लग रहा है ना क्या मिला था उसको क्या मिला था? You want to know. Mysterious cabin में जाके journey करके उसको treasure तो मिला, लेकिन क्या मिला?
What is
Perseverance, tolerance. आपको कल ही करना नहीं you wait and you watch and then you then take a decision नहीं मेरे साथ ऐसा क्या मुझे कल ही जाके उसको दो थप्पड़ मार के आ तो a perseverance मतलब you have to wait patience yes okay ठीक है अभी now the story title क्या है The Mysterious Cabin जो the writer has given. Introduction, this you don't have to write. Introduction, plot, conflict, climax, resolution. This you don't have to write. You have to just write in a flow with paragraph, change of paragraph. Okay? Sarah, a curious and adventurous girl, stumbled upon a hidden cabin in the woods during one of her solo walks. Intrigued by its mysterious appearance, she decided to explore further. Inside the cabin, Sarah found an old map tucked away in a dusty corner. The map seemed to lead to a hidden treasure buried deep within the forest. Excited by the prospect of a treasure hunt, Sarah faced various obstacles along the way, including deciphering the map's clues, navigating through thick foliage, and avoiding wildlife. After a series of challenges, Sarah finally unearthed the treasure, However, instead of gold and jewels, she found a chest filled with old journals and letters. As Sarah read through the journal, she discovered that the treasure was not material wealth, but the stories and experiences of the cabin's previous occupant. The treasure hunt had led her to uncover a rich history and deeper appreciation of the wonders of nature. But the story, आपको क्या है? आपको treasure cabin आपको ऐसा करके glue करके रखना है. You want to know? So this is how you have to write the story.
Was very bad at it.
क्यों?
It would have been.
गोल्ड में से तो अच्छा होता.
No. If it could have been more mysterious. As
आप 120 वर्ड से
Word
120 वर्ड्स में आप इससे ज्यादा मिस्टेक नहीं कर सकते हो.
that inspires.
अच्छा देखो. A lesson, write a story that tells you with the topic. The topic is a lesson in French. ऐसा आया. Lesson in French. So the title, the new student. Introduction, introduce the main character Alex and his struggle to fit in the school. So I'll just read the new student. Introduction. Alex, a popular student at school, noticed a new student named Maya who seemed मैंने सोचा माया सुन के अब दोनों हंसने लगे. Okay. Named Maya, who seemed shy and reserved. Despite his busy schedule, Alex felt compelled to reach out to Maya and make her feel welcome. आपने ऐसे एक स्टोरी सुनाया था ना जो बोल करने के लिए, so say something like that. Alex started. आपको introduction, plot, conflict, climax, resolution लिखना है स्टोरी राइटिंग में. आप सोचते बहुत लिखना है या नहीं है?
Writing
नहीं लिखना है.
Okay.
नहीं लिखना है.
नहीं लिखना ऐसे टाइटल्स देखने.
ये सब जो बोल्ड में है वो नहीं लिखना है. आपको एक फ्री फ्लो में लिखना है.
but
I thought you meant the introduction.
No,
plot,
उसको शुरू कैसे करना है? The new student, and then from Alex. From Alex, yes, fine. One. So ऐसे करके paragraphs you have to write this. One day Maya opened up to Alex about her past experiences and the difficulties she faced in a previous school. Alex listened attentively and empathized with the struggles. Moved by Maya's story, Alex rallied his classmates to show kindness and acceptance towards Maya. Slowly but surely, Maya started to feel more comfortable and found genuine friends in Alex and his classmates. So, क्या है? आप किसके बारे में लिखना है? आपको लिखना है द न्यू स्टूडेंट. सो आपने टाइटल क्या दिया? टाइटल द न्यू स्टूडेंट. A lesson in French. Okay. Now let's go down. There's no end to it. Now your part, what you have to write from home. Story writing now. Okay. 5 marks का है. It's typically in story writing, right? Story writing, it includes a title, introduction. ये आपको लिखना है. This is homework. Story writing title, नीचे लिखो introduction, उसके नीचे body with the plot, conflict, climax and resolution. That will make 3 paragraphs. Title, introduction एक paragraph हो गया, total 4 paragraphs होगा. Title, introduction, body. See follow the cursor. Body with the plot, conflict, climax and resolution and conclusion and introduction to paragraphs और बीच में 3 होगा. Total 5. Because here you have best marks for format. Format नहीं है. Only title है. So rest everything will be in the story. That's why you have to write. At least 3 to 4 paragraphs.
So this is about creativity.
Creativity.
Not even mainly creativity, but about how you will express that.
Plot, conflict. देखो plot, conflict, climax, resolution. Resolution and conclusion. Resolution क्या है? The end. आपको मिस्ट्री अब लिखना है, मिस्ट्री का एंड बॉर्डर लिखना है, तो बॉर्डर का एंड, हु इज द बॉर्डर, ऐसे। नाउ आपका ये है आपका होमवर्क। Write a short story on the basis of clue will be given. Okay, in your exam, clue will be given. Write a short story on the basis of given clues in 100 to 120 words. 5 marks का है. Only first, write down. Pen paper, this is a homework. And I don't want to see this title. This title, this title, you have to write your own. Okay. Robert Bruce, King of Scotland, dash.
Is this a real person or is it fictional?
This is real, no, ये तो हुआ ही था story. आपको पहले लिखना है. Spider वाला this happened, so something might come like this also. Or some might the clues will be given, you have to frame your own story.
You also have to write clues.
हाँ, clue ही लिखना है आपको. Because with clue it will come in your exam.
So make that and then
Right from here to here. Again the. Right first, I'll not give you
that
time.
is the clues one.
Clue will come in your exam. Done? Want to read this or you will write on your own? So there is no marking scheme for this because everything is about the title में आपका 1 mark रहेगा. Rest 4 marks will be based on your story. So 4 plus 1. ठीक है? And story writing में आपको कितना पैराग्राफ होना है? First is the introduction, उसके बीच में at least 3, total 3, 4, 5, total 5 paragraphs होना ही चाहिए. So introduction where you will introduce to the character and then what happened if there is incomplete वो resolve करना है.
after that paragraph we have to leave a line.
If you don't, that does not give you any negative mark. Leave nothing, but ये याद रखना diary entry में there is no format, only one mark for the title. That should be convincing enough. Rest on your writing skill.
Not done writing.
हो गया? You want to read? Write on your own. An inspiration मुझे नहीं चाहिए as a title.
Okay. Yes.
हो गया. So in diary, story, the clue will be given to you. You can write, you have to write according to the.
And how many words should be the title? Because
One, how many words, number of words? 2 to 3. देखो ना, listen, this, when you're talking about words, are not included. So, the main words. The unexpected journey, ये 2 से 3 हो गया. Mostly like this. There is nothing, diary, notice जैसा ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आपको इतना ही लिखना है. It's not like that. But title तो हमेशा छोटा ही होता है ना.
in the not in the last year, a man told that it should be maximum 4 to 5 words or I will cut.
छोटा होगा तो.
So if it would be big.
You don't have to see. If you see your book, see the fun they had. Good title. The road not taken. Then the sound of music. 3 to 4 ही होता है. अगर if you include all the preposition and determiner and everything, so it is 3 to 4. The little girl, a truly beautiful mind, the snake and the mirror. ऐसा ही होता है ना. ऐसा ही होना. Okay, so done. 2 homework. ठीक है. So I'm closing this. And then I plan to anytime, anywhere, while giving exam, while studying, if you find any doubt in any chapter, anywhere, grammar, में कहीं पे भी, please get back. Because this is not school, you can get back anytime and learn. So today I thought I'll teach you. Yes, the lake I love is Innisfree or Innisfree, you can pronounce. The lake I love. So story writing, I want to see a skill, special skill. ये तो the story, this is the work that I have given. That is the clue is given, and you have to write a already written story. Your way of writing skill will be judged. But after this, I'll give you a story that you have to write on your own. Because your school homework भी रहता है, पढ़ाई भी रहता है ज़्यादा, will not be able. But still, you have 7 days. I know. I'm school homework. You don't have? You have? Yes. Yes. ठीक है, 2 ही है ना, so you finish this. लेकिन लिख के लेके आना है. And then I will give you afterwards. I can give you something that's not known to you. Lake Islands. Remind me, huh? I have to give you one more story, I think. Remind me. It's that I give one more. Okay. Remind me, हाँ, screen share करना है. Let's start. Where is it? What will you do when you go home? How will you, you will not be able to sleep now with this. What will you do? Let me see. Because if your nose is blocked, how do you take any medicine for this?
Fix.
Take some good spray.
Spray the spray. We can search for it.
नहीं आ रहा है, so I don't think I take. नहीं आ रहा है. मुझे लगता है I did not change the name. Remember we have done ना? कोई एक इसमें जाके मैंने किया था और मैंने लेकर आई लो पाइन हिस्ट्री and remember we have done.
Later, Innisfree we had in
कहीं भी तो किया इसमें
Seven.
कहीं भी किया है. Shit. I did not change on killing a tree. Ah, sorry. On killing a tree. That's what I remember. Yeah, on killing a tree है ना? The person will do on killing a tree.
I have heard on giving some mockingbird.
On killing a what?
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird.
By Harvard.
On killing a tree. Is it there?
Yes.
On killing a tree.
Yes.
Page 95. Yes.
G.
G Patel. Introduction क्या है? Introduction is let's number page 95 G Patel font. Let's read that. Is it written? Who is Innisfree? It's not. ठीक है, a poet है. Indian poet. Okay, let's see. अभी share करना है ना, so मुझे जाके. Done ना? Share. Done ना share? Okay. देखो इधर. Look here. Look on the screen. Introduction, the poet sensitizes. Now we know so much about what to say. Not you are taught not to plant trees. Why trees important? Green India, green world, plant trees. What is the ill effects of cutting trees? So these are the things that you are taught in school and you are learned and you see. There was a plot just next to our UT building.
Yes, that's one.
So construction work
Yes,
going
the
on.
blue
Yes. So everywhere there is a plot and construction work is going on. ये GST का जो building है, there was a rich, no, I won't say forest, but rich wood over there. वो भी काट करके. So this is not good for our
It
planet.
is near that metro line back. I hope you know that it is a very big area. The entire thing is full of trees and plants. But
Area ना?
yes, sorry.
Oh, it's just beside MKBR station. So I know we were sold that the house, telling that that's a forest and that will be a good area and then it will not be destroyed. It will be as it is. So हमने सोचा greenery है ये. After a few years, it was all cut. So this is what G. Patel is telling us, the ill effects of cutting trees. We all know. We all know.
They have planted trees near that station side area. You think by some thousand trees on cutting yeah, I don't need like few hundred trees. They think they are.
You know what? A tree grows into full potential, like giving the proper oxygen and everything. It takes 20 to 30 years. Exactly a plant here or a 40-year-old tree ko aapne kaat dala, it's not the same effect.
So see, the poet sensitizes the reader and highlights the fact that trees are living things. We equate trees with humans to convey that trees should not be cut because destroying trees is just like killing a human. This is what he wants to say.
Very noble poet and very good educational poem.
A tree does not die by merely cutting because it regrows from where it is cut. If it has to be destroyed, then it has to be uprooted.
If you are cutting a tree, after a few weeks, you will see small leaves coming on the tree. It's very difficult to cut a tree. It has to be uprooted properly. So it was very deep inside the earth. So it is very difficult to cut a tree. It has so much of tenacity to bear all the negative effects, all the acing and everything done on it.
See there. Summary. So summary here, On Killing a Tree is a sensitive poem. The poet persuades the reader not to destroy trees and equates it with killing a human being.
It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife. This will go come
Pathway. Just see the summary. He says that plant takes sunlight, water,
that's what I told you to do. What is in this?
sunlight, water, air, and nutrients of the soil to gradually become a huge tree.
So if you are planting a tree or a plant on a potted plant, you have to change the after a few months the nutrients are goes because the plant has taken all the nutrients. We have to change the soil. You have to put some extra nutrients. Some you can
Fertilizer,
fertilizer. You can prepare and do pesticide.
So they need it. So they take all the nutrient from the earth, from gradually becomes sunlight, water, air, and nutrients from the soil to gradually become a huge. It develops a strong trunk and gets new leaves. Merely cutting the trunk of the tree does not kill it. When a tree is cut, the sap flows out just like a wounded man bleeds. Once the wound heals, new branches and tiny leaves grow from there, which grow into trees. Whenever if you cut a plant tree, take a leaf, you will see some sticky things. They are, so the poet is comparing that sticky thing, that thing that is coming out of the branch or tree or anything as blood. Blood of the, because he's calling trees human like us. So just the way there is a cut in our body and blood comes out, same way the sticky thing, whatever is coming out after killing plucking a leaf or cutting a branch of a tree, that sticky thing is the blood of the tree. Thinking about the cut, I have to take.
You got a cut?
Thinking about the cut, you got a cut. Okay. Merely cutting the trunk of the tree does not kill it. When the tree is cut, the sap,
That is called sap. That is the thing that is coming out.
the gummy thing that is coming out, the sap flows out just like a wounded man bleeds. Once the wound heals, new branches and tiny leaves grow from there, which grow into leaves. Trees. In order to destroy a tree, it has to be uprooted. पूरा नीचे से जड़ से आपको करना पड़ेगा. The roots, which are white in color and are damp due to the moisture that they get from the soil, are hidden in a pit in the earth. These roots are the most sensitive part of the tree as they bind it to the earth. In order to kill the tree, these roots have to be detached from the soil.
So a tree ऐसा खड़ा है. How come? Because the root is binding the tree to the soil. So sometimes you see when there is a heavy rainfall, why big trees fall? Because the soil becomes loose and it cannot the root cannot hold the tree properly because the soil is loose and the tree falls. it detaches from the soil. Once the roots are detached, the tree starts dying. It withers, dries up with the action of heat and wind, twists, hardens, and finally dies. So a tree finally dries when it is uprooted. Till it is in the soil, it will not die. Once it is uprooted, the leaves, the roots are exposed to sunlight, the harsh wind, and it eventually hardens and it dies.
But while we even they only cut the stem part of
That is not cutting, that is trimming.
only till the stems, so it gives like this.
But
written
it
like-
has because it's talking that it's till the roots are bound with the soil, inside the soil, in the earth, it will grow. Root अगर बाहर आ गया, it will hurt it. See the tree when it is live tree, alive, the root is not, the stem is not so hard. It becomes hardened with the वो जो ये जो है इतना hard कैसे हुआ? Because it was exposed to the sun. After uprooted, after the root gets uprooted, because there is no light. Huh?
I'm asking if the trees in forest will be cut a lot of them. So little bit from the land it is left, so the trees are not dead. It will grow back.
It will grow back.
But it will take a lot of.
Long time, but it will grow. It's not dead. It bleeds. That shows that it is in pain, but it will grow back. But when it is uprooted, जैसे a person is dead, why they are kept in the, when suppose a person is dead and they have to be relatives coming to clean the body and all, why they are kept in warm, in cold, so that the body does not become stiff. The same
To preserve the body.
huh?
That's not science.
It's not about smelling. It's about it becomes stiff. It becomes stiff.
Preserve the body.
Outside जो moisture है, outside sunlight
It start
है,
rotting and all
it will
that.
start rotting. Same thing happens to the tree.
The body rots, it starts smelling.
But it becomes stiff as well. They are not talking about rotting. They are talking about becoming stiff. मैं उतना था कि stiff हो जाना. So when the tree is uprooted, its root and its stem, everything becomes stiff. वो जो पत्ता जो है, वो भी ये कड़क हो जाता है ना. It dries. It doesn't stay green if there is no life. Same thing happens with a human. The same thing is comparing a tree with human. मेटाफर नहीं है, कंपेयर. मेटाफर नहीं. मेटाफर तब होता है जब आप किसी के बदले में किसी को बोल रहे. But it's a comparison just like humans. They are the same. They rot like us. They become when they are uprooted. Poem explanation. अभी करेंगे थोड़ा. I know you are not feeling well, but we have to do this. थोड़ा time तो है. I cannot leave you. I cannot tell you to go. You must observe. You must have observed people cutting down trees. But can they kill a tree? Can they kill a tree? They are not telling cutting. Cutting is not killing. Killing is uprooting from the soil, from the earth. Is it easy to do so? Let's read the poem and find out what the poet says on killing a tree. So शुरू में ही है. It takes much time to kill a tree. So it's not easy to kill a tree. But a simple jab of the knife, just a jab, ऐसा knife के साथ ऐसे कट किया, मर गया, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth. The earth consuming the earth means the nutrients of the earth. Rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. So, how a tree grows? You have to mention all. How it grows? Grows slowly. Pen hai, pencil hai, roshni hai. That's what I said. We have to write from. Pencil nahi hai. Okay, ठीक है, निकालने की जरूरत नहीं आएगा. So how it grows? It grows slowly. Right? Underline slowly. Consuming the earth. Rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing
all of this.
absorbing years of sunlight. Years of sunlight is also mentioned. Hindi का sunlight में नहीं होता है, तो नहीं होता है. Air, water, bus. These all are needed for the growth of a tree. Years of sunlight, remember. Very important keyword. Years of sunlight. एक दिन में नहीं होता है, ठीक है? Have you seen कि आप एक seed आज लगाया and कल कितना बड़ा हो गया? नहीं होता है ना? Takes months, years of hard work on behalf of the tree to, ठीक है? उसमें ये सारा लिखना चाहिए pounds. And then meaning, jab is a sudden rough blow with a knife. If you want, you can write. Leprous hide is discolored bark. What does it mean? Years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. Discolor, the bark does not have a proper color. So here they are talking about the leprous hide, the color of the bark that gives birth to sprouting leaves. So if you want, you can write. Discolored bark comes the beautiful green colored leaf.
Discolored bark comes before.
हाँ, पहले bark आता है, उसके बाद leaf आता है. Beautiful leaf, sprouts, and then it sprouts. Sprouts आप खा के होना घर में. So वही sprouts. भिगो के रखते हो पहले उसके बाद. That small thing is coming out of the sprouts. That is sprout. So sprout.
That is like
ये talking about food that वो तो खाना है sprouts दाल है भिगो के रखते हैं उसके बाद 2 दिन के बाद आप देखो फिर छोटा छोटा आता है because bark does not, it's a contrast. Leaves are so good looking, bark उसके हिसाब से इतना कुछ नहीं है. It is discolored but it is a contrast. As if the leaves were hiding beneath the bark of the tree and then it's coming, sprouting. So hack and chop. Hack मतलब कट करना. जैसे ये फोटो है ना, first वाला, this one. This is hacking and chopping of a tree. देखो. So if the person is cutting from here, look at this picture. If the person is hacking from here, the tree will not die. But if it's uprooted from the root, it will die. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Hacking and chopping, this won't do it. What cannot kill the tree. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark pain will be there. The bark will be bleeding just like humans, but it will heal. जैसे हमारा भी कट होता है, heal हो जाता है. So not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. अगर आपने इसको वापस नहीं काटा, वापस check नहीं किया, check नहीं किया, it will again grow as big as equal speed. उसमें क्या है? Hack, cut roughly. Humans cut and chop the bark of trees into many pieces, but that is not sufficient to destroy the tree. The point of the tree which gets cut gives out sap. That is called sap. That is compared with the blood of humans. Sap is compared with blood of human. Just like human being bleeds. Gradually this wound heals. Of course, there is pain, and there is sap comes out, that is as if blood is coming out, but gradually it heals. And from there, new branches start growing again. So, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. छोटा twigs आएगा, छोटा branches आएगा. Miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. So a tree, if it is uprooted like this, a tree, if it is cut like this, will regrow. And if it is Uprooted like this, it will not regrow because it is dead.
What is a board? Miniature board.
I cannot, it's just like a stem and leaves, but still the exact meaning you see shown here. One of the main branches of twigs are the plants, one of the main branches of a tree. The main branch letters O, U in bow say the diphthong bow have a word or a phrase you need more. How to pronounce? The pronunciation.
Next is like what's the end of season sale actually end नहीं
I
है.
want to say this. अच्छा, first bow, ये bow, वो नहीं
You can
होता.
listen from
Man, you can listen from that speak first.
अच्छा, देखो, डालते हैं, ठीक है? Bow, bow,
Can you go there?
bow, 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 bow. But bow नहीं, bow, bow ठीक है. Indian word, अच्छा, twig, ना? Twig है ना और एक और?
The big I know.
But
But
then-
small branch.
You know, na? You both of you know, so I'm not writing. Found out. So, Vichy Panchit will expand again to former size. It will become big enough. Initially the leaves are twig, ना? ऐसा curl होता है उसके बाद. 2 more minutes left. So we'll not start this again. So next class, I have for you, don't go. It's a note. So you have to have back करो और फिर साथ साथ CBSE बच्चे अभी क्या करना है? The next class will do next class में ये क्या था? On killing a tree processing 22
Moments, I think, you will keep for term 2.
29
The moments they will keep for term 2 guys. Because they haven't taught a single chapter from our school. So I guess they're going term wise.
ठीक है तो if you give me your portion you can do a time guys. Don't go. Wait. Okay. So next class on killing a tree processing में है we'll complete this. अभी आज की class में is copywriting done.
In our school, the letter girl has been stopped.
Okay. We are not done. No. Okay, we'll do next. Let us finish this.
that one.
Story writing. The story writing is done. The
Letter
story is
girl,
21. 7. And then we have done diary entry. Next class, letter writing we have done. Next class, we will do the little girl. The little girl after completing this. On killing a tree, after completing this, we will do the little girl on 29. We will do. Okay, these two on our cards followed by on our card followed by what? Your homework. Okay. और बीच में एक बार थोड़ा हो जाने के बाद we will do जैसे एक grammar का टेस्ट करेंगे. Grammar
Yes.
surprise test.
So if you have preposition.
I'll share you. What to do. It will be a combination of everything. So, see you in the next class. अरे वो तो चेक नहीं किया. Bring all your cities. आप भी लेके आओ. भूलना मत.
Thank you.
Actually, I did not forget. I got the wrong folder.
No,